Hi friends, hi family. No hat today. Another cool t-shirt though. We are everywhere. Love, give love. Give love always. Fill your own cup and then give what you can to others. Sorry, this is a flaws and all video. I've got bandages on my face because I've had pre-cancer on my lip for 6 years now. And we've been keeping, track of it every year or so. I go in, pardon me, and make sure that it's not turned into cancer. I have to wear, SPF lip balm and try to stay out of the sun for too long. But I haven't taken care of the rest of my skin as far as sunscreen. I live on disability and sunscreen is very expensive, so to use it every single day, it's just I really can't afford that. It's gotta be 40-50 bucks a month, unless somebody has a cheap brand that they know of, or a cheap brand. They can leave it in the comments, please, that actually works. Because today they did a biopsy, so they cut out a little piece of my lip and then a little biopsy here. I have other spots that I was worried about, and they said they were just aging spots, so that's good news. But these two spots, they're worried about melanoma. And melanoma, cancer of the skin, runs in my family. My grandmother had to have part of her lip taken out. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off because it's just peeling off anyway at this point on its own. Oh, maybe not. Okay, it's still sticking. But it's sticking out, but flaws and all. That's this video. Flaws and all. Difficulties and all. Challenges and all. Scary things. But I'm not gonna make it a long video, and it's not gonna be a wallowing, it's not gonna be a victimhood video, it's not gonna be self-pity. It's gonna be about my experience when I found out this news and what I went through and how I got through it. So when I got the news, and they told me they were doing a biopsy, I freaked out. I completely freaked out. I had an anxiety attack. I was worried about, maybe being like Roger Ebert, where he lost, his jaw, the bottom half of his face. And I'm not a vain person. Getting a scar here wouldn't be a big deal to me. Getting a scar anywhere, really. If you look close, my skin is not great. They worked on some areas and tried to get some things that look like they were turning into cysts. For some reason, cysts want to show up on my face now. The bad news was the treatment to keep this from turning into cancer and try to treat the lesion and this thing is $300, and I don't have that kind of money. I make $1,000 a month on disability, and Medicare did not cover it. And they had a coupon for a lot of different coupons. The cheapest one they could find was 40 with tax, 45 bucks or so. And I don't have that. I have $9 in my bank, and I have credit card debt that I'm taking care of. Right now I'm consolidating being a grown-up. But anyhow, when I got the news, I had a panic attack, freaked out, I catastrophized, I thought of the worst, and quickly, when I got outside of the building, realized that, look, I'm practicing the law of attraction. I can't have these negative thoughts that ruminate and spiral out of control. I don't want to create that reality for myself. I don't want to stress myself out and stress my immune system out. And so I tried to get myself into a state of optimism again, and just calm down. Just try to calm down and deal with this news and the possibilities of what this means. So one of the first things that I did actually was reach out to somebody else who was asking me for help and trying to find a way to connect to a meeting on Zoom that I go to in person. And this person lives in Palm Springs, but he's becoming a friend. We have a spiritual kinship. Everything he says resonates with me, and we have interesting parallels in our stories. So we were brought together for a reason. But in helping him, he actually helped me because he practices like yoga and meditation and stuff like that. And he talked me down during my Uber ride. I asked my Uber rider, is it okay if I'm on the phone? You know, I don't want to be rude. So he heard all my mess as I was, you know, coming out of it, him talking me down, talking me through it, changing my perspective and getting me to just stop and breathe. Take 3 deep breaths, he said. And I imagined light coming into my body, and I imagined all of the negativity I was feeling and the fear I was feeling flow out of my body on the exhale. And that's something I suggest to everyone who's going through a moment of hardship, difficult emotions that you don't feel like you can let go. Take some deep breaths in and imagine light coming through the top of your head and flowing all through your body with healing energy. And then on the out exhale through the mouth, imagine blowing out all of that negative energy that you're holding on to, all of the fear and baggage. And it's like, imagine it as a gray kind of color and then sinking into the earth. So I did that, you know, in the Uber, and was instantly calmed down. My level of anxiety went from a 9 down to a 5. Instead of a buzzing and electrical firing brain, my brain was calm. And part of it was that I had somebody to talk me through it and kind of talk through my fears. Excuse me again. So, flaws and all is this video, and facing challenges that you think are impossible to face, or facing scary things. In the program, we talk about something that is very pertinent to the situation, and that is acceptance. Acceptance of what is right now. But not necessarily holding on to that reality and thinking that that's, you know, thinking worst case scenarios, you know, ruminating over it, kind of getting stuck in the thoughts of what is, but accepting it, feeling that feeling of fear, pain, grief, whatever it is, and then releasing it through breath work. And also, I talked in another video, releasing those emotions through your higher power, your higher self, or your adult higher mind, and nurturing that part of you that's afraid as you feel it, and try to just let it go, release it with each breath. And so, you know, this is a video that kind of comes back to another video of acceptance. And beyond that, I think that it's necessary for me in my journey to stay sane and to stay positive and optimistic, to find new perspectives, you know, in a situation like this. And my perspective is, look, if it is cancer, we found it early. That's what the doctor said. So it'll be a simple surgery for both things. The other spots I was worried about, no big deal. The cream, you know, maybe the money will come. Maybe I don't need the cream. Maybe that's why the money isn't available. Maybe I don't need the cream right now, and the money will come at some point. I am going to believe that. I'm going to trust that. Whatever is supposed to be is going to happen, and I'm going to think of the best possible outcome every time I think about this. Every time fear comes up, I'm going to think about the best possible outcome. I'm going to visualize it, and I'm going to feel the feeling of being in that reality. And that's the law of attraction part of my healing and recovery. Getting into a space of feeling good, no matter what is right now. Let what is be, accept it, release the emotions that you're holding on to. Do not stuff them, do not avoid them, let them go, and find new perspective. And that's really all it's about. It's being in the now, and if now hurts, then feel that and release it and let it go, and start thinking about and visualizing the near future that you want and desire, and picture it, and then feel the feeling as if you have it for as long as you can. Hold on to that. So this video has gone over by about a minute. I've been trying to keep my videos to 10 minutes, but hopefully you can handle 11 minutes of flaws and all. Thank you for joining me again, my friends. Until next time, stay bright and shining.